Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that equips leaders and entrepreneurs to achieve their greatest potential. This show is sponsored by Current Leadership Coaching, and they help entrepreneurs excel as leaders so they can create super teams, or teams who are self-aware, united, persevering, empowered, and resourceful. Find out more about them at currentleadershipcoaching.com. Hey, hope all is well in your leadership world today. And today, we're going to talk about how the most difficult person to change may just be yourself. So let me ask you, have you ever knew that you needed to change something about yourself, but you just couldn't? I mean, like maybe a weakness that you have, or something that you do that bothers others, or maybe it's your priorities or a bad habit. It doesn't really matter what it is, as long as it's something that can be changed about yourself, and you just cannot seem to implement the change. I've heard many people say that in order to grow and learn, you must change, or you must be willing to part with some of the old ways of doing things in order to do it better. Most people can agree with that principle. Growth equals change, progress equals change, moving forward equals change, etc. Many times as leaders, we can successfully lead our teams through the most grueling and challenging change. And yet when it comes down to ourselves and making even small changes, it can be extremely difficult. So why is this? Why do we struggle with this, even when we know how important it is? I think a lot of it comes down to pride and being set in our ways. I also think it has a lot to do with who points out the things that we need to change. If we happen to notice things that needed to be changed in ourselves, it may not be all that difficult. However, when others point it out to us, we may have the tendency to put up a barrier. And this may be especially true when our spouse points out something that we need to change. If you're anything like me, whenever my wife tells me something that I need to change, it's like scraping fingernails across a chalkboard, and I kind of naturally just fight it off. So today's challenge is kind of a three-part challenge. First of all, I want you to think about all the things that you know that you need to change about yourself. It could be anything that you can think of. Leadership skills, communication skills, nonverbals, maybe the tone of your voice on how you speak to people, listening skills, maybe it's eating habits or exercising habits. Think of everything that you can that you know about yourself that you need to change, and make a list. Write them all down. Next, ask other people who really know you well to tell you a few things that they think that you can change to improve and grow. Again, it could be any area of your life. One thing to consider here is the people must really know you well, like a really close friend or spouse, etc. Finally, compare the list that you receive from others to the list that you made and see if there's any items that you hadn't listed. Those items may be some of your blind spots, and we're going to talk about blind spots on another episode. Now, for this challenge, I only want you to focus on the things that you listed that match up to what others said that you need to change, and then start taking action. Consider the things that they listed a gift, and they simply confirmed what you already pointed out, what you already listed. So now you need to start taking action. Come up with an action plan and start tracking your progress. And here's another big tip. The people who listed those things that you are going to work on, reach out to them and ask them to begin to hold you accountable. This will help you keep at it, and they probably won't ever let you forget about it. Remember, to grow means to change. So start changing things in yourself today that need to be changed. Hey, I want to remind you about a brand new membership group that Current Leadership Coaching will be launching on October 1st. This membership will be a community of entrepreneurs and leaders that simply want to excel as leaders so they can create and lead super teams. This membership group will include 2 monthly leadership lessons, live calls for Q&A, live calls for group mentoring and group coaching, and an online community where you'll be able to connect with like-minded leaders as you grow your leadership abilities together. If you are interested in becoming a founding member or you just want additional info, please email me at Paul, that's Paul, at clcteam.com. And you can also get on our wait list for the membership group right now. As founding members, you'll be able to join at the absolute lowest price, and you'll be locked into that rate for life or as long as you remain in the group. Again, if you're interested, please email me at Paul at clcteam.com. As always, man, I greatly appreciate the fact that you're listening, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.